Manchester City finally got their hands on the Premier League trophy after what felt like the longest coronation in Premier League history. It's 3 weeks since Manchester United's defeat to West Bromwich Albion confirmed City as deserved champions. In truth, Pep Guardiola's side have looked like title winners for a lot longer than that. Under blue skies in Manchester, City received their reward after securing a third championship in 7 years. Their supporters will savor the moment more than the match that preceded it. This was not a classic, but that hardly seemed to matter to the majority here at the Etihad. They have another 2 games to set the Premier League record for most points, most goals and most wins in a single season. For Huddersfield, it mattered an awful lot. Their Premier League campaign is not finished by any means as they battle for survival at the other end of the table, and this point could prove massively important. They earned it by defending deep and throwing themselves in front of anything and everything that came their way. By chasing, hounding and, yes, more than a little time wasting. When you're in Huddersfield's shoes, just about anything goes. It didn't make for a great spectacle, but that won't matter a bit if they are back at the Etihad as a Premier League club next season. A day of celebration saw City's title-winning squad of 1968 paraded on the pitch before kick-off, and they reappeared afterwards to give the 2018 champions a guard of honor as they were presented with the trophy. Huddersfield's players did likewise when the two teams emerged at the start, but a team still in grave danger of relegation were not about to stand on ceremony more than that. David Wagner's side are desperate for points to lift themselves away from the danger zone, knowing that this end of the season will not get any easier with their remaining 2 games against Chelsea and Arsenal. Their best hope here was that City would be slightly distracted by the title celebration and, to an extent, that was the case. City dominated, as they always do, but they lacked the cutting edge that has decimated so many opponents this season. The nearest they came in a dominant opening was Kevin De Bruyne's 20-yard effort that whistled just wide from Leroy Sané's cutback. It was an opportunity the Belgian would normally have got on target at the very least. Sensing that there may be something for them in this game, Huddersfield began to grow in confidence without ever abandoning a safety-first policy that involved a 5-man defense and everyone else pitching in wherever they could. Aaron Mooy, a player brought to English football from Australia by City 2 years ago, was excellent at both ends of the pitch for the visitors. He was responsible for Huddersfield's first attempt on goal in the 10th minute, one which he dragged just wide. Moments later, Alex Pritchard slipped a clever free kick into the path of Florent Haderk-Jonah, who had lost his marker but couldn't beat Ederson Moraes with a shot across the City goalkeeper. 2 players combined again in the 20th minute when Haderk-Jonah passed infield to Pritchard, who sent a dipping, swerving effort towards goal. Once again, Ederson was equal to it and got the faintest of touches to turn the ball around the post. Mooy teed up Chris Lowe for another attempt that the defender sliced off target as Huddersfield continued to cause problems. Huddersfield manager David Wagner on the touchline. After City, his side faced Chelsea and Arsenal in their final 2 fixtures. Make no mistake, however, the flow of the game was still very much towards Jonas Losel's goal, and striker Steve Mooney, for one, looked utterly exhausted as the first half drew to a close. When Mooney almost contributed to a City goal in the 59th minute, a mix-up with Losel on Sané's corner that left Christopher Schindler needing to clear from under his own crossbar, Wagner decided enough was enough and replaced him with Laurent de Poitre. By that point, Huddersfield had taken to defending very deep and hacking the ball clear at every opportunity, with very little thought for where it might land. They also did all they could to eat up the clock. Lowe was booked for time wasting at a free kick after Matthias Zonka had upset the home fans by staying down a little longer than they would have liked after taking a knock to the face. Guardiola responded by sacrificing a defender and sending on Bernardo Silva for John Stones, who had been redundant for a while. Huddersfield just dug in deeper and killed every second of time they could. And who can blame them? This was City's day, but Huddersfield could be celebrating just as much in a week's time.